Question 1. In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? Poster. Within my Death Cause film poster, I have taken into consideration the narrative stages of a theory proposed by Todorov in order to portray the distressed and panicked expressions of the characters in the tiled format present at the bottom of my poster. This presentation of suspense through non-verbal communication helps to promote the second stage, the disruption stage, of Todorov's theory. In addition, I have also acted on Rick Altman's theory in order to accurately portray the genre of death cause to the viewer. Through the implementation of classic 90s slasher iconography, I have represented the bloody knife and white mask clearly worn by the antagonist. These props are equipped with the slasher genre in order for the viewer to recognise it and associate it with the slasher genre. In addition, the iconography of the bloody knife also helps to further emphasise Todorov's stage of destruction, which I have attempted to portray within the poster. I dressed up my main character that featured within my poster in plain and dark clothes, connoting the dark and evil effect given off from the film. In addition, I had the main characters that feature in the poster dressed in the same clothes they are seen wearing within the website and trailer. This establishes continuity within all parts of my cross-media package. Within the Death Cause film poster, I had presented the billing block I had made within Photoshop at the bottom of my poster. I had created the billing block using the Steel Tongs typographical font, a conventionality for all film posters, and placed it at the bottom of my poster, a convention I had seen appear within a few film posters like Scream, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween and Friday the 13th that I had looked at within the slasher genre. In addition, in order to further conventionalise my billing block with that of other film posters, I added the producing and distributing logos of the conglomerates responsible for the previously specified jobs either side of the billing block. I have conventionalised my Death Cause film poster to other posters within the genre by representing the stereotypical masked antagonist along with the murder weapon. This, in this instance, being a bloody knife, which is conventional of slasher films and associates itself with that genre. I have also challenged expectations of slasher film posters by also adding the main characters to the poster, whereas in other posters I've looked at, such as Halloween, it's just the antagonist who is presented. Further to this, I have also developed typical character types featured within the slasher genre. For example, it is often typical of the 90s slasher genre for the surviving female protagonist to be a white brunette. Even though she is white, the surviving female protagonist for my slasher film, Death Cause, has black hair with dark green streaks. This signifies the impact dominant ideology of the freedom to express oneself has had on teenagers of this generation, and gives the character a more true-to-life feel. In addition, the fact that her hair is black is also a colour we would associate with evil, a theme often exploited in the horror genre. Furthermore, I have also used typical character conventions by casting Asian character roles within Death Cause. This is not a typical convention of 90s slasher films such as Scream or Texas Chainsaw Massacre. However, it is present within more modern slasher films such as Sorority Row. I have followed Sorority Row's example, as these characters are the typical victim characters often seen killed off within the film. In addition, I believe using Asian characters helps to widen the teenage demographic I've chosen for my slasher film by presenting various ethnicity groups within the film. When taking the photographs of the characters which feature within my Death Cause film poster, I thought carefully about composition and the effect which they had on the audience. I took a close-up photograph of the antagonistic killer in order to keep up with the conventions of other film posters I'd looked at, such as Scream, Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween. Typically they presented close-ups of the antagonist, as he is the essential feature of the specific slasher film. I have also used a close-up image of the iconic murder weapon, the bloody knife, emphasising its significance to the viewer. Also, as I have previously specified, I have challenged expectations by adding the characters within the poster too. I had taken medium portrait shots of the characters and then layered them together in a pyramidal sequence. This sequence reflects the characters' importance within the film. To that effect, I have also presented the characters as smaller than the close-up of the antagonist, connoting their insignificance and powerlessness compared to the antagonist. I chose a red, serif, yet sinister, bloody themed typographical font, known as Blood Crow, to represent my slasher film, as it is more terrifying and reflects the genre more. I had chosen a serif font because often within slasher film titles, I have seen they do use a serif font, with the exception of films such as Scream. I had made the film title Death Calls apparent to the viewer due to it being the biggest typography on the poster. This establishes its dominance within the poster and clearly presents it is the film's title to the viewer. In addition, I presented the use of the same typographical font to present the film title, tagline, website text, and release date in order to present continuity within the text featured on the poster. Within my Death Calls film poster, I have developed the use of some unique poster conventions such as the tagline, "What will you do when death calls?" Posing this direct question towards the viewer appeals to them as it includes them in some way within the film. I've also developed this feature as I have presented it above the film title instead of below. Finally, within my Death Calls film poster, I have challenged poster conventions by presenting unique features such as the web address for my film's website on the poster, and also social networking logos for sites like Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. I have done this in order to give my film a bigger impact on my target demographic. Due to my primary audience being teenagers, when they see my film has social networking site, they are more inclined to go and visit that in order to learn more about the film.